Hello again, everybody. Welcome to CTN's Game of the Week. We're here at the campus of Ann Arbor Pioneer High School, where we've got women's lacrosse between the Skyline Eagles and the Pioneer Pioneers. With me, as always, I'm so fortunate to have Kevin Bryant. Kevin, what are we going to see today?
Well, good evening, Nick, and thank you for the weather guys. They're shining on us today. We're going to see two teams that are very close in records, and when we get girls lacrosse out there with two teams like this, you never know what's going to happen. So I'm glad that we have this game as our CTN Game of the Week. We should have some exciting play. I can't wait to watch right along with you and everybody else.
Perfect weather for it, like you said. Stick around. Hello again, everybody. Welcome in. We are just getting ready for our face-off at midfield here of Holloway Field on the campus of Ann Arbor Pioneer High School. Once again, we've got Skyline versus Pioneer. Skyline in their sky blue away unis. Pioneers in their home whites, and they're getting ready for the opening face-off here.
Looks like that's Hazel Magoon on there for Pioneers. I still can't get the number, Nick, on the Eagle player in that face-off, but we'll get her soon because there we go. Actually, that was Sarah Quall.
And we are off and running here.
Oh, here's an opportunity, Nick. Right out in front. You saw the shot a little bit wide of the net. Kang, I believe, is in the pipes there. Grace Kang for the Pioneers. Didn't even have to flinch, really. That ball's just wide.
No, came right at her. You are definitely correct about that. That 6 foot by 6 foot goal here for lacrosse. Very nice snag there. I believe that's Catherine German there.
Yeah, they snuck a number on us, but I'm going to go with German as well.
And you can see that last cutting straight in opportunity there for the Eagles.
Yeah, went down low with the shot and just was way too short with it.
And this is the first meeting between these two squads, so there will be that, obviously, the feeling out period between both sides, trying to see what each goaltender is capable of. But again, if you're looking at records here, you got 6-3 for the Eagles. You've got 9-3 for the Pioneers. You know, things are going well for both these squads.
Well, not too well that time for Mustak. She came in on that shot here, and you can see it right off the jot. Another wide shot to begin with. Both teams trying to get in a groove.
You can see deep carry there by Julia Hunter. Hunter's definitely name will be saying an awful lot here this afternoon. She's one of their big producers. She's already got 36 goals on the season.
Yeah, that's major for Julia, and she's only a junior too, so big things coming, not just this year, but maybe more in the future, Nick.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, what you want. That's these are programs that are programs, not teams, that they're always working, trying to get better. Whoa!
I think that was German 33 on the shot, was it? Or looks like they're giving.
Score number 33, Whitney Gallagher, assisted by number 4, Leah Weber. Time to goal.
So Gallagher on the goal there.
That's Gallagher from Weber at 2-2-3.
Nice shot down low, went downstairs, kind of at the ankle of the netminder. Unfortunate that they couldn't bend down there and block that shot.
Yeah, Whitney Gallagher, another junior, another 11th grader for the Pioneers. You gotta like when you got some young attackers out there. You know you're gonna continue to get quality from those players for years to come.
And Annika Jaglin's in the net for the Eagles. Going to have to do a better job next time on one of those low shots of really closing off the angle and closing off that open shot to the corner.
And with 22-25 left to go here in this first half, the Pioneers strike first.
Boy, that defense just smothered the Eagle player coming in on the attack there.
And that is definitely one of the hallmarks of Coach Magis's teams. They are known for playing tough defense. They mark up their players strongly, and they don't give 1 inch.
Another free shot there coming out off of the draw there. Again for the Eagles. Not an efficient shot, Nick. That was down low, easily blocked by Kang.
Yeah, great job by Grace Kang, and then getting it out into transition, and the Pioneers moving up quickly. There you see Gallagher one more time up there.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be a little bit of a personal foul checking on the Eagles. Good one-timer right out front. Number 6 on the goal there, Nick. Armstrong. Man, that was a great catch and shot.
You see Armstrong walks back almost like it's no big deal on that one. She's just expecting to score that. And here we'll see a replay of that goal. There you see her cut her straight up, and then just nice torque going right side, right past
Jaglin in the net, and both goals for the Pioneers going to the left of Jaglin, and that is going to be her glove side, so she's going to have to do a better job moving that stick over, or at least moving her body over and cutting off that angle and those open looks at the net. And here's even a different look. You can see maybe if that ref will get out of our way. But the shot was, it was really a great pass, catch, shot.
Yeah, well received. And that's such a huge part of lacrosse. You know, you can have a great shot, you can be great in transition, but you have to receive those things well in order to be dangerous. And both coaches went over and over and over about receiving the balls or even picking them up off the grounders, how critical that is, and the drills that they go over day after day after day.
Well, in any sport, if you have to slow down and you're thinking about it as opposed to reacting, the defense is going to catch up with you. So that was a great indication or a great play of showing the skill of a pass and a one-timer.
And once again, the Pioneers are buzzing around the net, and there's another one coming up from behind. I believe that was Armstrong once again.
Danielle's getting on the board one more. She's got a hat trick.
There it is at 20:48 left to go in this first half. We'll take a look at that replay once again. You see Armstrong kind of looking for some players, but just kind of went high on that one.
That's a dunk.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a dunk on you, right? That's a poster shot.
No, you're right on. Again, I mean, just real close and then just went stick above Kaglin's stick. I mean, that was just that was an excellent play there.
Well, I think Jaglin in the net she came out that time and was trying to mirror, but like you said, Danielle Armstrong was really quick and maybe even gave her an eye fake, but she threw her off and she caught her off guard with that shot.
And that does show the savvy of the type of player. You know, it's kind of giving the head fake. Again, you look away to not what you're trying for. If you make them think you're going to pass, then yeah, you are going to keep them off guard when you go and do something unexpected like shoot dead in front of the net.
Well, I tell you, both of her goals have been very quick and very fast, so I'm going to want to see a couple fakes out of her next time, man, if she's in front of me, if I'm in the net.
No, you never know. You never know.
Well, Skyline's going to have to take advantage of these type of opportunities to get back in this match, man.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, really, for Skyline. Again, you don't want to be down 3-0, but also there is an awful lot of time left in the game. if you're ever going to be down 3-0, you want it to be early so you have more time. Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
You see the Pioneers gaining the zone quickly on that one.
Yeah, it looked like there was a slash on the offensive player just before she came in, so she's going to be a reset and a shot. Let's see if we can see that slash come in right there, and it kind of caught a head.
Yeah, I think a little bit, and again, no contact for ladies lacrosse, but there you go. Great opportunity there. Once again, great opportunity. I believe that's Leah Weber on the goal there.
Yeah, Weber right off of the draw here. No, check that. I had the wrong number on that. I gave you the wrong number. I think that was 14 on the goal there. Or 20. Is it 24? 24. Let's look for 24 here, Nick. Then it's 14. It was Kate Parr.
There we go.
Kate
okay,
Parr.
then.
5th time's the charm.
We'll get it eventually. Parr takes a lot of, well, Parr, about 17 shots thus far for the entire season moving in, but she does have 8 goals, so she makes the most out of it.
That's right, man. Well, I'll tell you, Nick, all of the goals keep coming, well, that one of Danielle's goals, Armstrong, came on the right side, but the Pioneers are attacking the left side of the net for the Eagles.
Which is strange because, I mean, that is her stick side there.
Yeah.
But again, maybe the Pioneers know something that the rest of us don't. And here now you can see Skyline working the ball around a little bit. They're going to try to get into more of a set offense maybe and see if they can get a cutter into the right spot, get a cutter into that right position. I should say the correct position, not necessarily the right position. And here the Eagles will have an opportunity.
There they go.
Oh, that strong shot from the outside.
Hey, even a little chest bump. Nice. Shoulder bump.
Looks like that was Katie Cowell on that one. There she is, up and ready, and she was not thinking anything other than, here is my shot. She put her whole body into that, got the stick up pretty high, got a lot of torque on that, great wrist action. I mean, that's a textbook shot, especially from that kind of distance out there.
Well, the efficient angle, gotta love that. And that's what the Eagles were struggling with on a couple of their first shots on goal, Nick, so it's really pleasing to see the Eagles bounce back and get back into this match.
And sophomore Katie Cowell gets Skyline on the board here. Now if they can win some of these faceoffs, win some of these midfield draws, they can get back into it.
And I tell you, they've done a good job. It's the defense coming before they get into the net, and also the offensive end. They got to be a little bit more efficient from where they've been so far early on in the match.
No, you're right on. Again, Coach Maduro told me prior that the Eagles, one of the real benefits of their game is playing in transition. So again, getting that offense set up is not high on their list, but like you said, getting a rhythm is really, really important.
Man, in this sport, Coach Matero was telling us only 3 weeks away or 2.5 weeks away before they're getting into postseason action.
Well, I feel like winter just ended where we're at right now, so I get that.
It did last week, man. Wow, that was a long draw.
They had a couple of issues in there. I think they couldn't quite get their sticks where they needed to be. There's some premature jumping there a little bit, but now Skyline's literally off and running.
And again, Nick, the Eagles, see right there, they have to be a little bit more efficient setting up the offense before you get inside to make some quality shots. And when the Pioneers have had the ball, you've yet to see it hit the turf.
And the Eagles, they're not afraid to go back and play some passes back to their midfielders. A lot of times you just go forward with the attack all the time. But Skyline's not adverse to passing it back a little bit to try to see the entire field a little better. And there we saw a high pass, almost made it through there.
I believe that's cool on the shot there. And yeah, you're right. Coming in, Sarah came in strong, grabbed the shot, and just a little bit more follow through, Nick. And we're probably talking 2-4 game now.
And here we got the Pioneers off
That's good forechecking.
Mm-hmm. Cora Newman working it up the sideline there, trying to avoid some of those Skyline defenders. Here we see some of the issues there with the draws earlier on. And here's that last opportunity for the Eagles. Just couldn't quite get there, but again, the Pioneer defense was all over that. They sniffed that one out.
Well, it was a good play by Kowal coming in and really sneaking in. She kind of tiptoed in and got the pass. And again, if she just corrals that pass a little bit longer in her stick, maybe we're talking about a goal.
You see Kyle working it around once more. Be number 3, Sarah. Oh, there. Sorry, excuse me. It's number 7, Vivian Brandt.
Another one of the Eagle captains, Senior Brandt.
She's waiting for some sort of cut to make that happen.
Boy, that was like kind of like a little. What's the sport? The bocce?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Kind of a little roll towards that pole, but just to the outside of it. Maybe we can take a quick look at that.
That lacrosse.
Is this a bocce pass?
I think she just kind of, I was going to say, that was really less of a shot or a pass and just more of a, this ball's bouncing. I'm just going to try to get a stick on it, and here we go.
Gotcha.
But again, more power to her for being able to have the hand-eye coordination to make that sort of thing happen.
Man, just looking right now, Nick, and my eyes were stuck on Kang so far outside the net, and the Eagles have done such a good job of forechecking. I was just anticipating a turnover there. Now, here we go, Nick.
And here we got a one-on-one situation. Nice play right there.
And Gallagher again on the breakaway, and that was sweet.
That was a no-doubter by Gallagher right there. She came up the field. She was all by herself. I mean, you're helpless if you're a goaltender like that. Again, you're trying to get in front of that 6'6" spot.
Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes your size might be a hindrance to you being such a good, agile player in the net. And right now, the Eagles goalkeeper, Jaglin, didn't move at all on that. And sometimes you may even want to come outside the net and cut off that angle, maybe even more of a hockey term to, just as opposed to, force that player to make a decision.
No, you're right on about that. I think the only difference between hockey and lacrosse is you're cutting out a hockey angle. That's one thing.
That's a
but
big net.
Exactly, it's a lot taller.
A big net,
taller, exactly right. But you're right though. The tenants are definitely there. But again, a helpless feeling if you're on a
you know what's coming,
breakaway,
right?
For sure.
Yeah, and it's probably one of those goals. Man, we're waiting and waiting and waiting, and Gallagher left everyone, and you can see right there on an island.
Oh, yeah.
The netminder, Jaglin, and really couldn't do too much.
Could not be more helpless for Jaglin. And there we are once more. I believe that was Whitney Gallagher again right there.
Are we going to see hats fly out of the stands, people?
I mean,
that's a hat trick.
I've got your hat that I could throw out there.
By number 8, Tess Uhas.
Uhas on the pass there. It's in their family to pass a lot. Going downstairs. Now that shot, that was a precision shot.
Yes.
Because Gallagher took her time, really eyeballed the right knee, and threw that ball right at that angle, Nick.
No, you're spot on about that, Kevin. And you mentioned it was Uhas on the assist. Coach May just expressed to me how proud he was of his girls and his team. I think he said 12 out of the 15 girls have an assist.
That's sharing the ball, right? And knowing where your teammates are at. That's something that you usually you get comfortable with when you have a good chemistry on a team.
And that goal did make it 6-1 for the home squad, for the home Pioneers.
Looks like that was a turnover there for the Pioneers, maybe offsides. Now the Eagles. Whoa.
Sophie Ernst carrying up there.
Man,
she's got some speed.
Yeah, I was just checking her out. They might want to get her on the team. Where's Andy Sorgens at, man? He might be looking for a running back or receiver. She was striding.
Streaking down the field. Again, just blew right past both of those defenders, just barely edging with her shoulder there across them. But, yeah, she took him outside like a running back.
Right up the sideline. Good pass. Want to see a shot right there. That pass was right on the net.
Probably want something a little quicker. You want to make those definitive shots right there, no doubters.
And you can see on the sideline, Coach Maturo, she's gesturing to her bench, and you can see how close this was. Really just inches away.
Close opportunity right there. But again, didn't have quite the angle that she needed. She probably would have liked to have been another foot out in front of that in order to see a little bit more net.
Good Pioneer defense right there, face guarding.
You got Cowell once again working it around the perimeter. Cowell the elder, that's Sarah Cowell.
There's the pass.
A little bit of a scrum right there in the middle.
That's a good tackle, man. Wow. We got some football breaking out here.
Yeah,
Nick.
there it is.
And you said there was going to be no contact in this sport, man. Come on.
I think in a perfect world, that's what they're going for. Once again, no contact for the ladies in lacrosse. Marked difference from what you'll see from their male counterparts out there on a Tuesday or Friday.
5 seconds in one of the guy matches, and you got 5 bruises.
Oh, yeah. Here's the nice scoop up there by the Pioneer attacker. She's going to work it around a little bit. Again, just waiting for that cutter. She's not trying to cut into the middle. Oh, never mind. There she is. Cut straight into the middle. Tried to go low. Couldn't quite get there.
That was a great save there by Jacqueline in the net. She went down and used her big apparatus, Nick, and scooped it up right in the netting.
That was freshman Catherine German on the opportunity there.
Man, that's some speed. Who was that?
No, you're not kidding. That was Hurd is her last name. Another freshman once again.
Was that 19 Hurd or was that Williams?
Let's take a look. Wait,
that
see.
was Hurd.
Yep, that was her.
Tess Hurd put on some jets going inside. And another shot. This is a tough angle right at your waist coming in as a netminder, Nick.
No, but she really made that for herself because, again, she could have kept on that original trajectory, and she's going to have almost no angle on that, but she made it past her defender, then cut back inside, made that little cut back inside, then she had the whole net right in front of her.
And it kind of looked like Jacqueline took her stick and kind of rotated it out of the way, anticipating the ball going a little bit lower than it actually did. Maybe we can see it from this angle. You can see the stick kind of turn, and she kind of thought she had it in the netting there almost.
But again, high and dry there for Jacqueline. She's got to be a little disappointed in her defenders, hoping her defenders get, stay with these Pioneer forwards, Pioneer attackers, but also like get a face in them, get a stick in front of them.
Yeah, the Pioneers are having some clean shots. Not a lot of traffic in front of them once they get to the mouth of the net.
There's Kate Park carrying around again, doing the whole wraparound there. She did find her intended target on that one, who was Tess Uhas, but we've got a whistle there. This might be an opportunity for Uhas. Once again, we'll see if she'll just go right at it here. Nice pass over to her side player there, her side teammate. That's going to be Kate Parr. She got to her. Parr does not miss on that one.
Well, Nick, we were talking a little earlier about the fact that the Uhas family, they know passing. Her brother was the Pioneer quarterback for several years here, and coming in right off of the draw, Uhas, maybe again, Nick, with the head and shoulder eye fake, but great vision to find a teammate, and the crisp passing, the crisp sound shots on goal. That's the difference so far in this match.
Oh, for sure. And again, beyond the passing, like it's receiving those passes, receiving them cleanly in the proper spot. She was ready to go from the exact angle she'd want to take a shot from.
Well, we saw the flip. We saw on the other side the Eagles try a one-timer. Shot was low. The pass was a little too high. You're right. If you don't get the pass right, the shot's not going to follow. So the Pioneers doing a good job of execution.
Yeah, Pioneers doing an excellent job with taking care of business down in their end. Seems like if they're getting opportunities, they are scoring.
Yeah, and I like the way their offense moves. It kind of keeps the Eagles in motion as well. They can't let their defense sag in front of the net.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of cycling around the perimeter and then just waiting for those opportunities where they can cut into different spots. And again, the Pioneers, man, they're fast. We've seen their speed.
And they keep in motion as well, too. That way, it's tough not just on the defender that's, you're watching your own man, but you're looking at somebody else zoom in front of you, just like you're at a summer cookout and you got those gnats just flying by you.
You say Juhas take an opportunity there, but it was a very nice block there by Jaglin.
Should have passed it.
Maybe that's true. Again, the Eagles have an excellent transition offense here. There you go,
And you
Juhas
saw an
once
open
again.
player, too, on the outside, but this time Juhas said, you know, I'm going to take things into my own hands. Not a great angle on that shot, though, because Jaglin did a great job of coming out of the net, what we were just talking about.
Yep, last second she kind of jutted out a little bit, and that really took away some of the net. And here we see Pioneer once again in transition, just no stopping her.
Oh, tracking her, though, was one of the Eagles.
And she's got somebody up on her right. Look if she wants to go look for that pass.
It's a great strip, and I believe that was by 19 for the Eagles coming in from the backside and coming in, I think it was Sydney Vigo. Maybe we'll take a look at that one, but it was a great strip right on the doorstep, Nick.
No, you're right. And once again, just that streaking up, just beating everybody. But a nice job with the knockaway there. Very
Actually,
well
let's
played.
check that. That was 21.
And Watsa, I believe, is who that is. Great
Good
defensive
defense.
play.
Never give up,
Yep.
Eagles.
Yep. Yeah, even if you've got somebody that's a little faster than you can still put your own mark on the play. And
I'm running out of room on the score
Pioneers,
sheet.
yes, indeed.
Whitney Gallagher should be.
Number 33.
And Gallagher's scoring from all kinds of angles right now. This time she coming in from the right side of the netminder, and she takes it across the mouth of the net, kind of eats it for a minute, Nick, and then releases the shot.
No, again, like you said, there was the play right there. She kind of looked off like she was going to pass, and then turned on those afterburners, cutting forward. And once again, Jaglin just not ready for it, not prepared for that. But again, it was a little bit of misdirection. It was a little bit of a look away. Again, it's not always as straightforward as you'd think, and definitely not as straightforward as you'd like as a goaltender.
Well, you definitely have to have some change of directions, change of speed. Love the way that Gallagher went upstairs with this shot. Nice job.
And here we are with 9:34 left to go in this first half. It has been all Pioneer.
Yeah, early on, Nick, the Eagles had several opportunities. And you want to go back to those opportunities because I know Coach Matero was going to say, these are the type of opportunities that keep us in this match.
Sure.
And you got to take advantage of those resets when you're on the doorstep.
For sure. And another thing that Coach Matero talked up about with her squad is they are known for talking. They like to talk things up, whether it's on the sidelines, it's building players up. Even if you're down to this level, again, you do still have an entire second half to play. You've got to keep that energy up. You've got to keep talking to your teammates. What was her quote? I believe I have it here. She said she doesn't like to live in mistake land.
Nice.
So it
Nice.
is
That's
about
a
moving
t-shirt,
forward.
man.
Pretty much.
She should coach.
Yeah, who knew? Who knew?
That's pretty good. Oh, look at that move.
And here we can see the Eagles working it around a little bit, cutting through all of those Pioneer defenders with almost a solid opportunity there.
Yeah, Rose Bogart went left with a spin, went right with the spin. Just got to finish it off next time. I kind of think the Pioneer player, is that Newman there? Her number's kind of squished up a little. I think it is Cora Newman there. And she kind of dropped the ball on her own end, picked it up, and just showed all kinds of jets. So, again, it was like one of those deep moments.
Well, again, more than anything, you can't hang your head when you make a little mistake or you make a little flub. That's all the more true when you're a defenseman or defensive player.
Yeah, and the defensive players, they have all that energy because they're not all the way up the field like
Right.
these midfielders and, the attackers are.
I see a solid opportunity by the Eagles from the right side. Tried to go low on Grace Kang. Just couldn't quite find the line on that one.
You can see Kang in the net. She's calling out her defenders. She's pointing and making directions and really positioning her defense so she knows exactly where everyone is at. On the flip side, not a lot of communication going on the Eagles side when they're inside.
Well, the problem with that is, here as we see, take a quick replay of that last opportunity there for the Eagles. It kind of got brushed off a little bit there. And here's that low opportunity again. I think she might have just waited just one step too long before she decided to send that one in towards the netminder.
Yeah, and that was Bogan on the shot there. And you know what she needed to do, Bogard, I'm sorry, what she needed to do was maybe take a little bit more angle at the net. She kind of, you know, the shot was way too short. We've said that a couple times for a couple of the Eagles attackers.
Here we see Cowell working it around once again. That'd be Katie Cowell.
And these Eagles, they have some speed.
For sure.
You saw on that last replay. Uh-oh, did we have a little bit extra, some extra contact?
Yeah, there we go. And that will be Sarah Cohen coming off right now. Senior Sarah Cohen, one of the many seniors that these Pioneers can boast.
Yeah, and we're lucky enough to have some statistics, Nick, because you did a
It's
great
always
job
nice.
of preparing us with all of
Always
this.
nice. Yeah, if we don't get any statistics, that means we have to talk to each other, and that's always not great. Yeah, you can see kind of a two-hander there, kind of a cross-check. It's, you know, it's frowned upon right there. You're not supposed to be doing that one.
Yeah, you know, it wasn't as a flagrant of a violation, but it was a, you know, infraction of the penalty.
Sure,
right?
and yeah, that's
you gotta
exactly
enforce
it. Yep, I think she part of it might have been her trying to catch herself a little bit more than anything, but again, can't do that.
And these are those opportunities with the player out where Skyline definitely has to execute.
There she is, right out front. Really nice play, waiting for her opportunity, biding her time, trying to see where everybody else is doing. Rose Bogard on that one. You know, she cut up the middle. She kind of made another cut back. Wasn't seeing any other of her teammates. There we see right there.
Yeah, and Rose had several times she's slithered her way through the Pioneer defense. Just a replay before, she just shot the ball a little bit too short. There again is what the Eagles have to do to get back in this match. More of this, Nick. You know, taking advantage of Pioneer mistakes. They're still going to have a player in the box, so they can still go ahead and try to do some damage with an extra player out on the field.
No, that definitely opportunities can be had here if you are the Eagles. But again, obviously it does start with winning those draws, and Skyline has had a bit of a better stretch here with that.
Yeah, and what they do is that what Pioneer has been doing is they've been giving up penalties. And giving up the penalties in the girls' sport allows you to really set your offense, and just like that, we get another card, Nick.
There it is.
So number 34 is going to take a bench, and that's Hunter.
And again, Julia Hunter, one of the main attackers for these Pioneers, and that's a huge loss for Pioneer.
And this is something what the Eagles have to really take advantage of as far as, you know, getting back and evening up this match. And they're going to have to do a little bit more than just one goal. But this will go a long way as far as getting their psyche up, the entire team, that they can play with this Pioneer squad and come back and maybe win this game.
No, for sure. And again, 6:32 left to go just in this first half. Lots of time still on the clock if the Eagles can start to take advantage of these opportunities. And there we go again.
Another foul. And it looked kind of like the Eagle player motioned into the official. Hey, man, you didn't see that?
Oh, she definitely called out Grace Crapel on that one. There she comes in, and it's just right there.
You can see the tap right on her head. And this is a big shot here.
And nice low shot right there, low stick side there. And hey, we might be having a game here.
And that was number 3, Sarah Kowal on the shot there. She went down to the right leg of Kang, and Kang could not get her stick down there and stop that shot. Good job of really taking advantage of both penalties for the Pioneers. This is what the Eagles have to do to get back in this match.
Yeah, there you go with Kowal right there. Very nice shot. Again, she cuts right up the middle there. I don't think there was any sort of misdirection or looking away. I think everybody knew where she was going with that one. Well, but if it's a good shot, you're not stopping it.
And you're a senior. You've been here before. Not your first rodeo.
Yep.
She exactly knew what she wanted to do.
That's right.
And she executed. Good job of going downstairs with that shot.
Decisiveness. I mean, it's so important in high school athletics.
Well, you were talking earlier with Coach Matero, and that was one of the things. It's not just thinking, it's executing. And that comes with maturity. She has one one of the younger squads in the area. So Coach Maturo is very aware that any kind of a teachable moment she's going to jump on, even watching game film of this telecast.
Sure. Be nice to us if you're watching game film of this one.
Well, there's a little bit too much contact, a little pushing by the Eagles defender. She forced her out of bounds, and is that going to be a turnover, Nick?
I think it might be. Danielle Armstrong just kind of got poked out a little bit, for lack of a better term. And here we'll see the Eagles try to turn things up and get moving back up their side again.
Well, the momentum's definitely been on the Eagles, for the last, I'd say 90 seconds has all been the Eagles since the Pioneers are racking up those penalties.
And don't forget to check us out. Subscribe on youtube.com/CTN Ann Arbor. You can see all of our Game of the Week action over and over again in stupendous high definition.
Especially on days like this.
Oh, yeah, colors are great out there right now for the
man.
camera operators. It's just a high beating down sun. It's wonderful. You can't beat it.
Even when it's cold out, because I was watching the boys Skyline and girls Skyline game earlier today on YouTube because kind of thought we were doing the same game. Anyway, but I was seeing the snowflakes, and I could see the difference of the snowflakes. I mean, we have some very good cameras out here.
Excellent camera operators, top to bottom. Everybody involved in this process is grade A. Working for CTN's Game of the Week.
And now the Pioneers were back to full strength. That was a good job of them holding possession and allowing their team to get back to full strength before they went on the attack.
You'll see the Pioneers start their offense from down low here on this next opportunity.
So this is where you have to be very cognizant of the cutters coming through towards the mouth of the net.
And we'll have a whistle here. There it is. Nice job working it around. Again, not anything too fast. They're just definitely biding their time, waiting for that play to happen, possibly through the middle. Seemingly a nice takeaway there from Cowell, but
it's far out enough where the Eagles could reset and still collapse on the defense. We'll see.
But that is Julia Hunter right there. She might be looking for the net.
She wants some payback.
Hunter with a really nice fake. She faked like she was going to go inside left and then just cut back around side and tried to go right-handed side on that.
And, I was looking for another step out of her to really set herself. Looks like she was off balance on this shot. If she really comes in and falls through, maybe she could really get a little bit more effort behind that shot.
Yeah, you mentioned she didn't get a whole lot of body into that, but she'd have a good wrist snap. Got another stoppage here. 2:54 to go here in this half.
It's going to be a big stop here for the Eagles.
Nice sidearm shot right there.
Or not.
That would have been a nice opportunity to stop that.
Yeah, because all of the momentum, it just scored 2 goals in a row, and here you go, 3. And next thing you know, here comes the Pioneers coming back to full strength, and was that Gallagher again?
That was Whitney Gallagher once
My goodness,
again.
5th? Is that 5?
That's 5. That's number 5 for Gallagher. You're correct.
Double hat trick on the way.
It's going to be old hat for Gallagher there.
But
again, no cheap ones.
I thought that was going to wait until the second half for those. And again, Nick, like you were saying, the Eagles do a good job on those draws.
Yeah, they've definitely turned that around. And again, I mean, when a goal goes in, it's so critical for you to not let things compound. And, if you keep putting goals in the net or keep giving up goals and then keep losing these draws, I mean, it just seems like it never ends.
Whoa.
Oh, you see, I was going to say a little bit of contact. That was actually quite a bit of contact right
How's
there.
that not a card? When somebody brushes the stick over someone's head, it's a card. But she just put her stick in the back of a player.
That was a full-on body check by Keely Williams on that one. See the Skyline Eagles working it around outside. Nice cut back inside. And almost a backhand low type of shot there for the Eagles.
Yeah, and it's almost like the Pioneers were playing they played to the mouth of their defense, because the way that it looked like Williams crashed back in on the Eagles slasher.
Here's Catherine German once again. I believe there's a holding call from the official down there.
Boy, there's some cutting going on from German before she gets to this reset.
Now, German had a nice head of steam for about 60 yards of the field there.
Oh, she broke an ankle on the 20.
Nice save there. Nice save there. Nice positioning. No flinching, no scared at all on that one. She got the right position and just made a quality save for her squad.
1 minute.
It really did a good job of eyeballing it right. Annika did, as far as just eyeballing it right to her stick. Kind of almost like a bunt. Watch this.
Yeah, again, she got there, just got it right there.
Right down on the ground. Good job.
Knocked it down. No fear for the goaltender there, as you should not. And again, she's keeping her squad reasonably close. Once again, with 45 seconds here to go in this first half. Pioneer with that 10-3 lead, but man, it feels like it could be a lot worse, to be honest.
Yeah, and these Eagles, they came in and did a good job as far as doing, taking advantage of the Pioneer mistakes. And when the Pioneers gave them opportunities, the Eagles, jumped right at it.
And here we might have one last opportunity here for the Eagles with 34 seconds left to go. Breaking into the zone, couldn't quite find the shot she was looking for, so she's going to take it back out to that top hash mark.
Good pass. Oh, almost had it.
And they'll reset, starting it from behind the goal.
And you can see the difference of the offense is the Eagles, they possess it and run with it a little bit more. The Pioneers a little bit more efficient, moving the ball around in the air.
And we do have 13 seconds here to go. And I believe there was a penalty there on number 6 for the Pioneers. There's Danielle Armstrong. We've called her name. Oh, I'm sorry, that's number 8, pardon me. That's Tess Uhas. We definitely called her name once or twice here so far this afternoon.
So this should be the final play before the half.
Probably not a whole lot the Pioneer could do.
Wow.
Full body shot.
Wow. That's stuffing it in the net.
No, and again, that's the whole trick, is you want to use your entire body to get as much torque into that shot as you possibly can. And Katie Kowal definitely did that. Again, that was a textbook shot. And that's the kind of thing.
Not a lot of room, but man, did Kowal find it into the net with every ounce in her body.
And that's
that
definitely
off the foot,
I think
over
that
the
was.
head?
It kind of looked like it.
Yeah, looked like
bounce-a-roo.
Kane put her foot down and it went and it caromed off her head, off the post, into the net.
Yeah, you don't see that too often.
Do that again.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, exactly. Do that again. There's no way. But again, that's the type of momentum you need if you're the Eagles moving into the second half.
Oh, exactly.
Oh, nice reception of that shot. Great job to end the first half. Again, one more opportunity with that last 10 seconds. They did their best, but the Eagles still have a lot of work to do moving into the second half. It is currently 10-4, Pioneer leading the Eagles. Stick around. We'll be right back with second half action here from Holloway Field.
Did you know that CTN welcomes the members of the Ann Arbor City Council to Ward Talk? On the third Wednesday of every month, a different representative from one of the city's 5 wards joins us in the studio to discuss matters important to the people and government of Ann Arbor. Submit your questions for the next episode of Ward Talk by emailing ctn@a2gov.org or visiting our Twitter page at CTN Ann Arbor.
What is CTN?
CTN? Isn't that the Commerce Telemarketing neighborhood or something?
CTN is Ann Arbor's community television network. We have provided free television production workshops and services to residents and nonprofit organizations since 1973. We also provide free programming about our community on cable channel 16, 17, 18, and 19. So, if you have an event coming up, are part of a nonprofit, or you simply just want to get creative, come on by. For more information, visit us at www.a2gov.org/CTN.
Let me ask you a question. What do you value? How about access to your child's education, their football game, their swim meet, their high school musical, their academic future? Does that matter? What about your access to your government, your police, fire, and public safety, parks and recreation activities, state and local officials, the folks you elect to make decisions for your community? Is that worth anything to you? What about your rights, freedom of speech, to communicate your message, to let your voice be heard? That's got to count for something, right? So let me ask you again, what do you value? How about public, educational, and government access television? It belongs to you. Let's keep it that way.
And welcome back, everybody, for second half action of CTN's Game of the Week here at Holloway Field on the campus of Ann Arbor Pioneer High School. Kevin, 10-4 currently Pioneer over the Eagles. What can we expect to see in this half, and what happened in that first half?
Well, what we can expect to see is, hopefully, if you're an Eagles fan, a lot of what transpired in the last, let's say, 33 minutes of that final first half. I mean, that's when the Eagles came alive, but it was on the heels of Pioneer mistakes. They're starting off with a person inside the box. The Pioneers are. That's what the Eagles need, and they need to capitalize. For the Pioneers, Nick, it was all about one person in particular, Whitney Gallagher. She was scoring from every different angle. And Grace King, she did a good job inside the net for the Pioneers of stymieing some of those runouts and shots by the Eagles.
Yeah, to be specific, 5 goals by Gallagher there in that first half. Just an outstanding first half for her. And here we see the Pioneers off and running here on this one. Almost spins away from that, but great defense by your Eagles there, staying in front, not getting deked, not falling for that spin, and just keeping your body in front of your player.
And you've mentioned Julia Hunter is a proficient, prolific scorer. Good job by the Eagles of deflecting that shot, not allowing Hunter to get on the score sheet.
And you can see the Pioneers working the ball around.
And a difference right now, the Eagles' defense was really extended in the first half, playing very tight man-to-man. You can see how now they're kind of collapsing and giving a little bit more space in between themselves and the Pioneer offense.
Totally true. Totally true. I think when you start to see the Pioneers start to make some moves, they might sag in a little bit, but you're right. I mean, they're just, sticking with their players. There's just a little bit of time killing, for lack of a better term. But again, you're up 10-4. There's no need to be super aggressive. An overly aggressive Pioneer team is the ones that were getting those penalties and giving the Eagles those opportunities.
And you can see the Pioneer coach, Zach Magis, all the way down.
Yeah.
He was all the way next to this offense, really directing what was going on. So if that was a stall, it was probably more of him trying to set his players in the right position before the attack. And
Coach,
we'll see it again probably on this this run out.
Coach Magis knows what he's doing. He's been coaching Pioneer lacrosse since 2007, so he knows what he's doing on that sideline. And very nice play right out front there. Anna Muckstadt found that right in front of the net, made a little move, went low on her right side. Again, just nothing you're going to do as a goaltender. Short of knocking that player down, you're probably getting scored upon there. There you see. Winger went up the side. Great reception by Muckstadt on that one.
But again, the offense for the Pioneers getting triggered off of a pass and a clean reception. Tess Uhas again on the assist there. She finds her player, but with a pass that's easily caught and easily transitioned into a shot.
And that's critical. That's what good squads do. That's what a good team does. You know, they make those net-to-net passes, for lack of a better term, and not just make them, not just receive them, but are putting them in the exact correct spots.
Yeah, and the pass actually, you can see how Uhas, her pass, pulled the Skyline defender towards her, which allowed the net to really open up there.
No, Muckstadt did a great job of receiving that pass and getting right in there. And again, she had lots of opportunities. She could have went high. She could have went low. She had that little sidearm move right there.
Pick your poison.
Well. Exactly. You see the Eagles started up, working it up that right sideline. Might be a little bit of an impediment there. There she's got the advantage. Wait for that whistle and get it moving once again.
Yeah, I think that penalty was on Weber. And see the difference there, Nick, is that pass wasn't clean, allowed the Pioneer defense to collapse back down on Bogart.
No, definitely great job by Bogart to still get that kind of in stride at least. Pulled that ball off the mat, pulled that ball off the ground. I was going to say the grass, but that's not really what it is anymore, is it?
Nah. It's something the kids in the going to have to look up. What's grass?
What's grass?
We don't play all that stuff.
Here we can see a little replay of that. She tried to go high. Really nice job there. Really nice job there by Grace Kang to stay in front of that and just kind of poke that away with her stick.
Yeah, and Kowal has to understand with the stick of Kang up there, you got to go low. You got to throw that. You got to throw that shot on the ground there. You don't want to mirror what the defender's doing.
Right. No, you're
going to go opposite.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right because that big stick is going to make the difference every single time if those two go head to head.
Yeah, it looked like Kowal was just trying to get higher and higher.
Here we see the startup by Kowal once again. And the Eagles pushing forward right now. Bogart cut straight into the middle, but ran into a wall of Pioneer defenders.
Yeah, and then at the last minute with a smart pass, but unfortunately for the Eagles, they were unable to capitalize on that pass.
Yeah, if you run into a wall of three people, somebody's got to be open. Nice attempt at the one-timer there by the Pioneers, but just couldn't quite pull the trigger on that one.
Yeah, Armstrong with a good job of trying to find Mustak, and the pass was just a little bit wide.
No, great heads up. Almost a really nice bang-bang play there by the Pioneers. Let's see Muckstadt once again. It looks like Jaglin got caught right in the throat there.
Yeah, all of that padding, unfortunately, she caught it right below the chin area.
The one spot.
That's unfortunate.
You see Muckstadt go in right there. Kind of lost the hand a little bit, or made the fake. and then kind of got caught right there.
Yeah, that's
right there
gonna
under
leave
the
a mark.
noodle. Yeah, you don't want that. There's a little bit of give to those lacrosse balls, but not a heck of a lot.
Wow, look at this one.
There's Bogard. Great play. Excellent play. You see her receive that, kept it right in stride, moved right on Grace Kang. Just a great play. Again, she never broke stride on that receiving that ball off that bounce.
And it was a great pass, and that's why I was just trying to catch the number on the pass, and I think it was Watsu. But coming in on the shot here, we can see her coming in. Great angle,
Yeah,
guys.
see, she's already got it there.
That go right between the legs?
It might have. But yeah, she again received that nicely, kept in stride, did a nice job from going up high. I can't tell. This definitely went low. Definitely hit what she wanted to go for on that one.
Well, just the opposite of what we were talking about before on the last attack. The Eagles were trying to go upstairs, and Kang had, the net just covered up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that was a real jump ball.
Moving in transition quickly once again, the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles waste no time when they get
No.
possession of the ball. They
No.
rush right to the front of the net.
Well, they're definitely playing. They're playing with some urgency, down by 6. But again, with 18:36 left to go, that's still an awful lot of time.
A lot of time.
An awful lot of time.
But you gotta like the new aggressive attitude from the Eagles. You know exactly what Coach Maturo was probably, egging on to the
sure.
entire team as they sat in that little semicircle, they were in a perfect
Yeah, they're
circle.
the perfect circle, exactly.
What's that little geometry gizmo that makes the perfect circles?
A computer, yes. I believe it is a computer. No, it's a compass, right? That's a compass.
I thought
think.
it was
One end
something
was like the pointy end. You put your pencil on the other end. Once again, man,
All the kids
these
watching,
kids
they're
have
like,
no idea. They're Googling
Compass.
everything we're talking
What's
about.
a compass?
And here we can see the Pioneers working around. Very nice job keeping that ball alive right there. Tess Uhas.
And you're right, Nick. The offense for the Pioneers very deliberate here in the second half.
Oh yeah, no point in rushing. You can sit and pick your spots here. And they almost did right out in front, kind of cutting right in front of the net there. I believe that was Danielle Armstrong again.
And again, they're going to go ahead and give her a penalty shot on a reset.
And we'll be listening for that whistle, see if she just goes right after it, if she's going to try to hit her
She has a
teammate
yeah,
just
right
to the
there.
right of the goalkeeper right there.
And that's Hunter.
Nice little jump shot, but Jaglin coming up huge so far in this second half. She's made a couple of really, really nice saves. Can't save that one though, unfortunately.
Well, it usually happens after the announcer praises someone like that.
Every time. If I can jinx somebody out here today, you know that's happening. Hunter there ended up sending that one into the goal.
But you're right, though. Jacqueline has come out and done a good job of stopping a lot more of the shots. You saw two defenders for the Eagles, and one of them was out of position because you had one of the people that you definitely cannot leave open on the Pioneers roster right at the front of the mouth, and that's Julia Hunter.
And I mean, again, if you are the one dishing that pass out, like, it's just a heads up. If you're running into 2 or 3 people, you've got to know somebody's open. And fortunately for the Pioneers, it was Julia Hunter right in front of the net, wide open.
And that's the communication that has to go on for Skyline to be able to talk to other defenders and tell their teammates, I got this person, you get this person. Also, that's going to fall on the netminder as well, too.
Yeah, whether it's a netminder or, again, that center defender, everybody's got to be talking. Everybody's got to be mentioning who people are, just screaming out names, numbers, whatever it takes. And here you see the Pioneers once again working that perimeter offense around a little bit. Kind of a long shot there. Not quite the Pioneers' forte. Again, they seem to be more interested in cutting in directly in front of the net, waiting for those type of chances. And they've done a nice job with it.
And their offense continually moves. That's what you like about their offense. It's never stagnant.
Yeah, you can't get lazy out there. The moment that you start breathing through your mouth or you start to look away a little bit,
And then
somebody's going to cut in front of you.
What a shot that was. Clean net.
That was Anna Muckstadt again.
Turn your goals. Go in
Is that her third?
That's her second goal this half.
Unassisted, time to goal, 15-50.
That was an unassisted effort there by Muckstadt, but again, she just kind of grab it, move around, and, you know, Jaglin, not a lot she could do. Again, she came out, she defended that as well as she could, but again, you know, you're going to get that extension with that stick, and she just kind of went right around her.
That was a sweet camera shot. Good job on the camera, guys, because we could really see the twisting of the the hands of the and going right into the shot. So that was awesome, and it's a good play again by the fact that, you know, Muckstadt comes all the way around. She shoots with her entire body. Love the way she does that.
Yeah, and that's necessary. You know, there's a time and place for everything. If you can get your entire body into it, of course you want to. You know, if you can only get like those little wrist flicks in, then that's what you have to do at times. And here we'll see if the Skyline Eagles can answer after a couple of goals there by the Pioneers.
Ref's letting them play a little, huh? A little contact
yeah,
taking the Eagles player down to the ground there, it looked like.
Stark contrast from that first half where we had more than a few stoppages. But again, with 15-10 here to go in this second half, you know, they're interested in keeping the flow to the game. You know, when there's so many stoppages, it's not interesting for your fans, and it's not great for your players either.
Exactly.
You see Anna Azem there. She's definitely doing her best to work it up that sideline.
Some wholesale change is about to happen for the Eagles.
Yeah, you might as well, you know, keep fresh legs out there on both sides. Doesn't do you any good to stay tired.
And it's always nice to get to, you know, a rest, a break from the players that are out there. Sometimes you find that, you know, just taking that quick 2-minute breather is a great opportunity to see what's going on in front of you too. Not just for the, you know, it's more of a mental break, not just a fatigue break.
No, that's definitely it. I mean, that's huge. You're exactly right. You know, just kind of catch your breath, you know, physically and mentally. You're completely right about that.
And you can see how the Pioneer defense, Nick, they always, it seems like, has someone flanking the net. And that's the difference when you get down to the Eagles end. The Eagles play full-on man. And a couple of the times with the movement from the Pioneers offense, they get, you know, intertwined and someone gets open.
Here's another opportunity there by Bogard there. Little dipsy-do there, little trickeration on that.
No looker, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know, cutting up into the middle, making her defenders think that she might be going for a pass, and then tried a little backhand low shot. Worth a try.
Just showing her skills.
Yeah.
Like that.
I believe we had last touch on the Pioneers on that one. I think we're going to get Skyline.
Good eye.
We'll see.
Calling in the subs.
I think that could be it. So a couple of fresh faces and fresh legs coming in here for the Eagles.
Man, to be an official in this sport, you have to have a photogenic memory.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because you have to stop you right there. No, don't 2 inches back to the left. You over there. I need you 1 foot over.
Yeah, head on a swivel for the Zebras in this one. You're not wrong. And as usual, you got to be in good shape, too.
You would think it'd be an official on the side helping those guys out. No, that person was out of the position.
And Pioneers waiting for that cutter coming into the middle, but once again, they'll happily play two players back behind the net until they get their chances.
Oh, it looks like they're going to call an infraction on the Eagles there and give the ball back to the Pioneers.
And they certainly
Oh, for a second there, I thought that was the call was going to be slow down the play.
Wow, long Hail Mary pass there by Jaglin. Almost got it, almost received it there. And here we can see kind of almost a double cut, and I think that was the problem right there. Is that those were both the Pioneer players that knocked into each other.
That's why the penalty wasn't called, correct.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to be aware of who's who down there. But again, you got to like the aggressive mentality from the Pioneers. Everybody's going for it still.
Well, at this point in the match, everybody's trying to get on some stats.
Yeah,
you know?
sure. Got another whistle there as they approach the 11-minute mark here to go in the second half. Here you go, that meticulous movement, keeping people around, just like you were mentioning a moment ago. High shot knocked away there by the Skyline defense. Very nice job, very nice heads-up play.
Well, we were mentioning that earlier in the first half, how the defenders for the Eagles need to do a better job of helping out the person in the net. You know, not allowing that person to see open shots come at them. Put some sticks in the way.
No, for sure, absolutely. Get in between those players. Don't block me, but get in front of somebody. There's an opportunity there for the Pioneers.
Yeah, Hunter couldn't corral it. She was spinning at the same time, trying to scoop it up. Man, oh, this is Gallagher.
Really nice forecheck there by the
Pioneers.
Pioneers.
You know what's going to happen. Good look.
For what it's worth, they have kept Gallagher off the board in the second half.
Well, and it was a good job of the Eagles. They were shadowing Gallagher, and Gallagher, heady, looked down low for the pass, and unfortunately the pass wasn't easily scooped up.
You see those quick streaking players by the Eagles. It seemed like there was a little bit of contact there. Kind of slowed down the momentum. Vivian Brandt will be starting this one up from the right side as she gets things moving to Bogard.
Bogard has one thing on her mind when she gets the ball, and that's finding the back of the net.
No, that's for sure. And she's quick. She knows how to get there as well. I feel like she almost. Not sure
somebody
exactly
said a special word.
Oh, yeah. That's Sarah Cohen again. This will be her second time.
Yeah, Cohen is definitely not too happy with what transpired there, and she's still discussing it with her team on the bench. But something was said out there, Nick.
I think you're right about that. Here we'll start off once again. Bogard still holding on to that ball, ready to go.
Well, if the Eagles are going to chop away at this 8-goal deficit, this is going to have to happen.
And it did. And there it is. Bogard goes low on Grace Kang once again.
Boy, and Kang went right down to the ground. It's amazing that ball found the back of the net. Can't wait to see this again.
That's goal by the Eagles, by Bogard.
Any minute now. Here we go. That's the wow, bounced it down low and bounced it right over the shoulder, huh?
No, but you're right. I mean, Kang did get low on that. She read that ball very nicely. Problem was it was just coming at a little bit too much of a pace.
And again, Cohen is right after the penalty that the Eagles capitalize on the Pioneer mistake.
Yeah, and that's a bummer. You're not feeling great about yourself if the other team scores while you're sitting in the box. But also not a lot you can do at that point.
That actually went under her leg.
There it is.
Nice shot.
So again, just that quick snap got through there. We've got a 13-6 matchup here. 8:49 left to go in the second half.
And you were saying the flick of the wrist. That was one of those flick of the wrist shots, Nick.
Yeah, again, you don't always have time to get that full body motion into it. Obviously, if you can get that, you want it. But it's all about stick work. It's all about some strong wrists as well.
And Pioneer calls timeout.
You got a timeout by Pioneer.
And you can see one of the assistant coaches there talking with Sarah Cohen, and explaining to her that this is the time of the match that we can't allow our own mental mistakes to allow the other team to get an advantage, because this is what can happen. Momentum, it's a beast, and it's tricky. And once you lose it, man, you can't get it back. So you don't want to do anything that's going to help out the opponent.
Yeah, we saw Coach Mages there a second ago, and I'm sure he was telling his girls all of those things.
Yeah.
And that's what you may call that timeout for, is a little bit of a momentum stopper, and also maybe to get his girls some fresh legs.
Yeah,
again, they're down a player, so they need a little bit of a breather here.
A breather, composure check, and it's time on the clock that you don't want the Eagles to get any good feelings about themselves.
Sure.
Remind his team, hey, this is our home field.
Yeah.
Let's protect this house.
Coach Erin Maturo right there, talking to her before the match. She was telling me she actually coached lacrosse and field hockey over in England for a couple of years.
Maybe that's where she picked up the perfect huddle.
Yeah,
Because they have a very,
It's solid. I'll give you that. It's
symmetrical.
tight. Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
it.
it's kind of a
Look at
little
that. Look at
sloppier
it.
there. A little
Look at
sloppier
it.
on that one.
Yeah, all over the
There's
place.
definitely.
Yeah, get out of here. Now there, we have a circle.
We will happily judge anything that we can. Anything that we can here on that one. Coach Maturo there. She did play lacrosse for the Pioneers in her high school days.
So back on her old stomping grounds as well.
It's always got to be an interesting feeling, because we see that a lot with these three schools. I feel like you've got excellent players and they go on, they stay in this area, they tend to stay in this community, or if they go somewhere else, then they tend to come back. It's got to be really, really cool, or I don't know, just an interesting way of life to come into, like you said, your old stomping grounds and try to give it back to them a little bit.
And a lot of it does arrive from right here on the corner of Stadium and Main. I mean, one of the schools that has more state championships than any other school in the state of Michigan is right here. And that's where you get all of these coaches that come from this winning tradition.
Sure,
Or
absolutely.
tradition of excellence. That's what's over on the side
Tradition
of
of
the building.
excellence, right on. And here we'll have things starting off momentarily. Danielle Armstrong once again going up left, trying Y side.
They have some serious timeouts in this sport. I mean,
Time.
wow. Went down the concession stand, you know.
Once again, there's that Pioneer offense with those two players back behind the net. No rush. 3 players back there now. Any opening they can get.
And now that the Pioneers are back to full strength, but you see that the Eagles now have a player that is playing more of a shadow in front of the netminder, and that's a good thing, because they were allowing the Pioneer offense to peel off their defender, and then when they double team the ball, there was an open shot maker right in front of the net.
Oh, yeah, she's keeping a close eye on Tess Uhas over there, though. Here we had another stoppage. We're going to figure this one out, work these things around.
Yeah, and it looks like there was a player inside the crease, possibly, of in there with the netminder, and so that's not allowed.
Cut in there and stayed too long. Overstayed her welcome.
And so now for the Pioneers with this reset.
It was Anna Muckstad that started off with that initially. Ditched that off. Was that Armstrong? Who
It looked
was
like
that?
Uhas.
Yeah, I think
Was that Uhas, number 8?
Pioneer goals, number 8, Tess.
there it is. Good, great call.
Uhas.
Great call.
Number 2,
Oh, and you're right. There again, off of the reset though, Nick, the Pioneer offense on the attack. Look at all of that open space. Good job by the Pioneer offense.
Well, and I can't say enough about that pass, too. That was a really high pass, probably the only place where Uhas was going to be able to receive that, and she got it and could come right down in full range of motion, all in one motion, to put that ball in.
And the pass is thrown with touch.
Yes. Yep.
And it's thrown in a position where the offensive player, Uhas, catches it, and in the same motion, her momentum is taking her into the shot.
Yeah, that goal's a thing of beauty right there for the Pioneers. Going to be real happy about seeing that one on replay.
That timeout really did a good job of resetting things for the Pioneers.
Yeah, sure seemed to. Again, they got in there and they got right back into their offense. And again, maybe it was just that quick breath, that quick getting off your legs, getting off your feet for a quick second. Oh, there we go. I believe that's Keely Williams down there. Keely Williams getting sent off, and
That's the second number 18 they got on the team, though, because the other Williams is sitting over here.
Oh, you might be
bench. And they're sneaking in 18s on us.
They're clearly just to mess with us. Obviously, just
See,
to
we're
mess
about to
with
talk
us.
about is it Kelsey Williams? Is it Kaylee? Keely.
I think we'll go with Keely.
Keely. And we're about to give her a penalty of getting into the box. And
yeah, if her coach is watching this broadcast later and is only hearing names, he's going to be mad at somebody whose fault it was not. That's our fault.
it's a good job of defense there by the Pioneers coming in on that shot. Off the reset. Kowal comes in strong, Nick.
But again, great job by Grace Kang there to stay in front of it and get the right positioning.
The thing I like about Grace Kang, Nick, is that she not just moves her stick, she's moving her whole body down into the shot.
Yeah, that's a great call. Great call. Excellent footwork and great positioning.
Looks like it's going to be a timeout. Pioneer.
Well, worked out nicely for him last time. So good. Maybe he comes in there, maybe draws up a play, gives his girls something to look at, or again, maybe just something to work on too.
Well, I think of that play right there, he knows exactly where he's getting the reset at, and that's a great time to, especially at this point in the match, to be preparing your team for what they may see 2 weeks away when postseason begins.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to again learn something and then sharpen some skills if you have that chance right here, right now.
And unlike in the boys' sport, with the girls' sport, they have to prepare for so many resets and restarts from so many different angles coaches have to have in their back pocket. I'm thinking a very thick playbook.
Sure. Oh, absolutely. Again, yeah, he's not down there just making something up down there, X's and O's. He's got something set up for this. And again, like you said, maybe this is something that he's not even drawn up for them previously this season. It could be just something new so that they can try it out this time and then maybe next week and the week after.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Learning on the fly, right?
Yeah, you're not going to get anything better in practice. You're not going to do anything better than this in practice. This is real live action, exactly.
And the other team doesn't know what's coming at them.
For
Sometimes
sure,
when you're doing this in practice, the other team's trying. Your teammates are, I don't hear that, but I know they're going over there.
Sure, you know where to take that step because you know where the guys or gals are going to be, for sure. And that said, there's Coach Maturo. She's probably telling her girls, like, don't fall for whatever this play is going to be. Stick with what you've been doing, and keep an eye out. One of the things she talked about was her team's positive attitude. Yeah. Again, really great at talking to each other. She said that this is her third season over at Skyline. And, she said she had to break a lot of bad habits from some of the girls. And one of the bad habits was that there was just not enough talking, whether it was on the field or on the sidelines. And that's been a big thing that she's happy that she has turned around. They are still talking. They do still have energy. They are still jumping around in there. And that's huge to stay engaged, even in the face of some adversity of where they're at right here, right now.
Well, if I'm a parent of one of the, a youngster that's thinking about playing this sport, she's the type of coach I'd love to have coaching my kid.
Yes.
Just the way, the attitude, the way she keeps it light, but as well as keeping her eye on the prize, and that's getting your players better.
Yes.
And at any opportunity, that's what Erin's all about.
Yep. High energy, very knowledgeable. And again, just a likable personality, and it seems like she can rally her girls that way.
Well, and anybody that likes to play in snow, that's my type of player.
She did mention she liked to play in the cold.
She's like, this is good weather? No, I didn't never like this.
Yeah.
Make it sloppy.
And here we finally have the restart once again. Pioneer working it around that perimeter. Interesting cross-cut pass to that back player there.
Looked like he could have got it intercepted as well.
Could have, and again, I wonder if that is the play that Coach May just drew up. Said, "Hey, look for this. Try
well, you
this."
see him walking back a little dejected, walking back towards his team. I'm sure that's not the play that he wanted to have.
Well, Skyline literally dropped the ball on that one. Nice pickup there by the Pioneers.
Good clearing pass. That was smart.
Here you see them working around. Tried for that cut. I think she was kind of cutting to one direction as opposed to the left side where she could have been going for. That almost worked out.
Well, it looks like Hunter faked her own teammate out, and she didn't kind of come towards the pass.
No, I think you could be right about that. Nice pass there, nice reception there by Armstrong. Now she's going to come up, breaking the 30-yard mark there. She will probably take the wing or make that position going in behind the net. No rush to get there, obviously.
No, and actually the Pioneers still are playing down a man, so they should be getting back to full strength here. And the Eagles making a switch, but the Pioneers, they're about to bring in 18, who had that penalty a minute ago.
Great opportunity right out front there by the Pioneers. I believe that might have been Uhas once again.
Danielle Hunter?
Oh, there you go, Armstrong.
She's got a hattie. I got her down for 3.
Nice, wow. Good for her.
And she comes in from where? Oh, there she is, right from the backside. Nobody saw her. And that's, again, Nick, several times we've said that, how Pioneer, they allow you to get lulled to sleep with the person with the ball, and they're proficient finding their teammates.
And again, it goes down to that quick cut, knowing where your teammate is going to be, throwing it to where they're going to be, not where they are.
And it surprises the goalkeeper as well, because you're coming from the rear, and voila, here's a shooter right in front of me.
Now a double-digit lead here for the Pioneers, 16-6, with coming just into 4 minutes to go in this second half.
Well, on the positive side, the Eagles have really done a great job of slowing down Hunter, the #1 scorer for the Pioneers. You got to look for something if you're Coach Maturo to build upon, right?
No, you're definitely right. And speaking of Hunter, here she is cutting in a little bit. She seems to be a little bit further back. She doesn't seem to be cutting into that spot right dead in front of the goal as much as maybe she usually does. So again, that could just be a strategy by Coach Magus.
That was above average save there from the Eagles. Take a look at it right now.
See Hunter biding her time there just a
it's
little.
Right off the shot here.
Oh yeah, way above average. Again, that's a point blank stop right there. Here we'll see, again, taking our time back there.
Now the defense forces some action.
Yeah, you're going to have to play with a little bit of urgency here. Again, no, definitely not coming back to win this one, but you don't want them to just kind of do whatever they want down in their zone.
No, your pride sets in.
There's that opportunity right out in front of the net once again. Anna Muckstadt that time was the player dead in front of the goalie.
And great job there by the Eagles defenders, really collapsing in on the stick.
You see Bogard once again. She's quick. She's fast. She gets that ball, and she knows exactly what she needs to do. She knows exactly what she's interested in.
Wow. That one kind of looked like it was in the net. And we got a camera right on the line. The Eagles were going crazy because they thought that one went across the line, Nick.
And, smart play by Kang. She did end up scooping that up, and then she was the one that ran it out and then got that outlet pass to the outside player.
Well, I mean, smart and heady, because you know where the referees are at in this sport, and they have to look over the line to call it a goal, unless the back of the net is flickering.
Don't give them a chance, right? Exactly. If that lamp doesn't light, grab it and keep moving. Pretend like nothing happened. Now we can see it, because you mentioned it. We've got a goal camera right down there. Oh, and we got a little bit of
she was all up in the net, man.
It was close. It was close.
She was scooping the back of the net. I'm just saying, from that angle, and it's kind of because we are a little bit out, so we're looking in. But it kind of looked like she went by the stick inside the net.
It sure looked like it broke that plane. I think you're right about that. Can we see that one more time? Maybe from a different angle? Yeah, right on. You see Beauregard here, or Bogart, excuse me, flick. It kind of went underneath of her.
Right
and
there.
Then,
right there.
I don't know.
Right
that
there.
might have been on the
right there. I don't know, man. I don't know. Does it have to be over the line or touching the line?
This replay review stuff is not as easy as it looks. That was close. That was definitely close. And you see the Eagles looking for Bogard right there in the middle.
That was a good effort.
Yeah, tried for a little bit of a high touch shot. She got knocked down there at the very end. That's Emma Cooper. Once she released that, she seemed to get a shot.
Yeah, maybe right across the collarbone as she came up in the air. She came down right there in the stick of Williams, maybe. It was kind of blocked the shot, but kind of went right into the chest of the Eagle player.
Yeah, definitely. I think that her stick absorbed most of that blow, but it still came back and got her.
And her rib cage is all wide open, so that's how you lose your breath, real quick. You're losing your wind.
And all of her momentum was going forward when that came in as well.
Fully extended, man. Yep. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, there we go. In painstaking detail right there.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's no good. No, thank you.
Yeah, there is contact in this sport.
I mean, there is now,
just
apparently.
Just want to let you know.
Yeah, I mean, again, when you're running around, especially when you clump like that,
a stick.
Of course. Exactly.
Come
exactly.
on,
those things are going to happen. We'll get a chance for her to start up right out in front of the net here. Just wide on that one with 30 seconds left to play here. And here we can go in that action stance she got going. She tried to go low, left-hand side, just went a little wide there, the net.
Kane's done a good job from the varying angles, and she's gone down low, she's gone up high, mirroring. She's done a good job in the net.
Yeah, it's not like she hasn't been tested.
No, the Eagles have come down hard on her. Just couldn't find the back of the net as much as they needed.
No, but again, a lot to hang their hats on here for the Eagles. They have played really well. More than anything, they've not given up or shown any side of quitting. Here we got Bogard once again. She seems to be their main idea, their main threat there from that center position. And there it was. There's the shot that she's been looking for. There's the shot she's been taking all day as well. She is not afraid to go low, and that was well executed by Bogard on that one. 9 seconds left to go in the half. And that's Bogard's third goal this half. Here we go with likely our final draw here of the game with 9 seconds to go after that Eagles score. That Eagles score does make it 15 Pioneers, 7 for the Eagles. And there we go. That will do it. Great matchup there, Kevin. Great back and forth opportunity. These crosstown rivals both gave it everything that they had. Final score here, though, on Holloway Field, it is 15 for the Pioneers, 7 for the Eagles. Please stick around. Kevin is going to go interview our player of the game.
And welcome back to the CTN Sports Game of the Week. I'm joined now with our player of the game, Whitney Gallagher. What was that game like for you being out there on the field playing against Skyline?
I mean, I think the rivalry had everything to do with that. Just Ann Arbor teams going up against each other. our team just showed out tonight.
Well, break down, because you had 5 goals on the game, and you scored them from varying angles. And that last one, I think you even went up top shelf when you came around the back. Break it down for us.
Well, my coach is always teasing me about how I shoot low every time, so trying to mix it up. My team just tried to cut in to give me an open lane, so I owe it to them for leaving me open.
Well, congratulations on the win. It must be in the Gallagher family. Congratulations to the entire Pioneer team. And now back to you, Nick, to close us out.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. I'd like to thank everybody that makes this broadcast possible. On audio replay, we've got Jill Andrews. Our 2 camera operators are Gage Shaughnessy and Taylor Johnson. Graphics by Carl McCoy, and our prestigious director, Rob Cross. For Kevin Bryant, I'm Nick Wisniewski. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Pioneers 15, Skyline Eagles 7 here. We'll catch you on our next Game of the Week.